It's about that time.
Yes, it is.
It just seems like it sneaks up on us
I'm
every
telling
year,
you.
doesn't it?
I'm telling you.
Our Kids trip is coming up in November. Actually, Kids Day, which is the day we get all the money, is October 17th.
Okay.
Now, this was the charity created by Kidd Kraddick, who also created this show. Sadly, he passed away 4 years ago, but he left behind this legacy. Not just the radio show, but Kids as well. And the mission of Kids is to provide hope and happiness by creating beautiful memories for families of children with life-altering and life-threatening conditions. And after being on this trip for, man, Kelly, you've been over 20 times. This is going to be, I believe, my 12th trip, 13th trip. You do realize this because you see these kids grow, and they go from being 8-year-old kids to 18-year-old kids, and they still have these photo albums and these videos. Yeah. And when they're at the hospital, because they still continue to go to the hospital and get treatment, they look back at these memories, and they go back to Disney World, and they remember how great of times they had. Mm-hmm. Or, God forbid, we lose one of these kids. Their families have the pictures forever.
Sure.
And these are the happiest moments because I'm telling you, these kids are smiling the entire time. The website's kidskids.com if you want to learn more about it, if you're just hearing about it. It's KIDDS.com. And one of the most fun things about this is when we get to reveal to the kids that, hey, you're one of the kids we picked to go on the trip.
Yeah.
And we try to come up with different ways to do it because, hey, we've been doing it for such a long time that I feel like people start expecting it. Because we'll be, you show up to a house, Al, Kelly, Jenna.
What's JC doing here?
Yeah, exactly. What are you guys doing? Something's happening. So Shannon and Enchanted Fairies, who has donated quite a bit of money to our cause, they got together and they thought of a cool way to let somebody know that they were going on the trip. Now, Enchanted Fairies, they will turn your kids into a fairy or a pirate or an explorer, and they'll do this cool photo shoot.
These pictures are incredible.
I am telling you, they're beautiful, gorgeous pictures, and they do a great job with them. I mean, these kids get to be they go into this new realm, and they get to pretend like they're a fairy or a mermaid. And you buy the pictures, and they donate proceeds to kids.
A lot of proceeds.
A lot of proceeds.
Yeah.
So this family was nominated for Kids. And Enchanted Fairies reached out to them and said, hey, we know you guys are trying to get into kids, but we picked your name out at random. Why don't you guys come by and have a photo shoot on us?
Oh,
right?
Very cool.
Have a photo shoot on us. No deal. You don't have to pay anything to show up and have a good time. We want to treat you guys. And so they said, of course, we'll show up. Why not?
That's right.
Free pictures. Why not? Let's do it.
It was all a lie?
It was all a lie, Kelly. So the plan was they were gonna be dressed as fairies, and they were gonna give them this orb that lights up. I think Emma Kelly had that same orb, and my daughter Chloe.
Yes.
And so they give you this orb, and they have this cool remote that lights up.
Okay.
It lights up the orb, and so
So when they take the picture, they flash the light, and when you get the picture back, it's like they're staring at this beautiful glowing. It's
okay.
The pictures are stunning.
The way they get the reaction from these kids is genius. These guys are genius photographers. And so he said, I want you to make a wish. And when he said that was my cue to come in. So I think we're going to be starting here in the middle as their photo shoot starts.
Okay.
All right, are you guys ready? Looks so beautiful. All right. We're going to hold this. We're going to call this the magic light. Okay? So when I take a picture, this is going to glow like magic. It's going to look really cool. Okay? So I want you to hold it together. Pretend you're holding a little birdie, okay? Just like that. And I want to see a beautiful, beautiful smile, okay? All right, now I want you to look at the magic light. And I want you to make a wish, okay?
Wait, close those eyes.
Make a wish, yeah. You're gonna close your eyes, make a wish. You're gonna blow like a birthday cake, okay? All right, I'm gonna make a wish too. I'm gonna wish for cupcakes, all right? Ready? Look at the magic light. Close your eyes, make a wish. 1, 2, 3, blow. There you go, good job. What'd you wish for?
Can't tell you.
You can tell me? No, how about you? And tell me what you wanted to wish for. You know what that is? You don't know?
You want me to tell you what you wished for? You're going to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Zuleyka, you are a Kids this year.
You're going to Disney World.
We're going to Disney World.
That is so amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Xochitl, you get to go too.
Wow.
And Mama Linda, you get to go too. And Jesus, my man, you're going too.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
How surprised are you right now?
She's speechless. She's speechless. They're just so excited, right?
Did you always want to go to Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, you'll get to meet her. I'll make sure of that. We're gonna be family.
So cool.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We've done quite a few of these.
That's
and
beautiful. That was beautiful.
They were clearly shocked because I walked in and they stared at me like, "Why is this random dude standing before us?"
She
with
wished for a Mexican guy.
Right. And when I told her they were,
It's charming.
and look, we never know what to expect when we tell kids
No.
big news. A lot of the times they sit there very quietly
Sometimes it freeze up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no reaction.
because it's hard to process.
Yeah.
A trip for my family. I don't especially when you're that little, or sometimes they just start screaming and jumping around like crazy.
Never know.
She sat there and just got this huge smile, and her eyes welled up with tears, and they started flowing.
Aww.
She started crying tears of happiness, and I had never seen that reaction from a kid before. It was either the complete quiet shutdown, or it was I'm screaming too loud, and we blew out the speakers. She was so happy. She looked right at her sister, and both of them with tears in their eyes.
Look at that picture on Kidd TV. That is beautiful.
That's the final picture. Now, her name is Zuleyka Alvarado. She's 10 years old,
Okay.
and she has Morquio Syndrome. I think I pronounced it right. I'm not a doctor, but basically she's missing the enzyme in her body that's needed to break down long chains of sugar molecules. And it's a genetic disease that can get worse as she gets older, and it can actually be life-threatening. So I sat down with her parents to ask them more about their daughter.
Well, she was diagnosed when she was about 5 years old that she had Morquio Syndrome, but she was already going to start school, and she was the shortest one in class. So she was like tall, like a 3-year-old, but she was actually 5.
Oh my, so everybody thought she was younger.
Yeah, so everybody was asking me if there was anything wrong with her, but we really didn't think anything.
Now, when you went to the doctor and they finally told you what she was dealing with.
Well, at first it took them about 1.5 years to diagnose her with it. It's very rare, so nobody know. If you ask somebody if they know what Morquio Syndrome is, they won't know what it is.
I honestly,
unless you
I haven't
study
heard of it.
Yes.
As soon as when you see your little girl suffering from something like this, what's it like as a father?
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing I can do to get away from the pain.
She's been dealing with this for 5 years, right? She's 10 years old now. And how does Xochitl deal with it, her younger sister?
Well, actually, she's like a great help to her. She's actually like her angel for her. So she's only 9, and she helps her sister out a lot. She carries her, she picks her up, because sometimes she can't even walk because, her bones are just hurting all the time. So
You could tell the love that they have for each other just
Yes.
based on them hanging
Yeah.
out right now, and I've only known you guys for a couple minutes.
yes,
When's the last time you guys got to take a family vacation?
we actually haven't. So
Ever,
ever
as a family?
as a family, no.
You guys haven't probably had very many happy tears. I mean, as soon as we announced it, you guys had the happiest of tears.
Yes, because it would be our first trip ever. So
And you know what? We're going to have pictures. This picture that you guys are going to have from the moment you found out, and you're going to have so many pictures and videos from the trip. I'm
Thank
telling you,
you
you're
so
not going to
much.
forget about this. I seriously cannot wait to hang out with you guys on the trip, if you allow me to,
yes,
because I do get pretty
awesome.
annoying. So, but us Latinos got to stick together.
Thank
and
you.
And Zulekya, what's her name mean? I tried
It's just a flower, like the center of a flower. My aunt's the one that named her. In 2006, the queen, the reina de Puerto Rico, she was elected
Okay.
for 2006. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It means queen, then we're going to make sure she's treated like a queen when we go on this trip, okay?
Thank you so much. I
Y'all
really
get your
appreciate
bags packed and high-five it. Boom. So that's one of our families going on this year's trip.
Yay,
Zulekya.
awesome.
Man, her dad from what I gathered, he works his tail off
Really?
all day long just to provide for his family, because I know they head to the hospital quite a bit
Yeah.
for Zulekya. Beautiful family.
That's awesome, man.
Her sister, I could tell, is one of those great siblings that we're going to get to know and love.
Oh, the siblings of so many of the kids. Kids are so wonderful
Yeah.
to be so young, and they're so selfless.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for more of those because families are being announced. We're letting them know little by little. And we can't wait to go on this trip. Again, Kids Day is October 17th. It's one show we do a year. Seriously, 4 hours of the day to try to raise money for this trip. And hopefully you will join us on that date so we can